Nebraska, the heart of agriculture in the Midwest United States, has long been renowned for its sprawling grasslands and advanced farming systems. With nearly 50 million acres of farmland, Nebraska is not only a leading beef cattle producer, but also stands out for its pheasant farms, poultry operations, and vast cornfields. But what makes Nebraska one of the most significant agricultural states in America? The secret lies in the creativity, adaptability, and relentless efforts of its farmers. They not only maximize the potential of the land, but also develop high-end agriculture industries. Today, we'll explore how Nebraska's farmers effectively utilize this massive expanse of land to raise pheasants, grow silage corn, rear cattle, and much more. The first agricultural product we'll dive into is the pheasant farming industry, a unique speciality of Nebraska. Nebraska is one of the pioneering states in developing pheasant farming, with an estimated 300 farms in operation. Pheasants are not only a symbol of natural beauty, but also bring significant economic value, especially as pheasant meat becomes increasingly popular in high-end restaurants across Europe and Asia. Beyond commercial purposes, pheasants in Nebraska are also raised to support the sport hunting industry, a popular activity in many Midwestern states. Each year, tens of thousands of visitors from across the country flock to Nebraska to participate in hunting events hosted at large farms. Pheasants are raised and released into natural grassland habitats, where hunting areas are carefully designed to ensure an enjoyable and safe experience for participants. The sport hunting industry not only provides entertainment for nature enthusiasts and outdoor activity lovers, but also contributes around $10 million annually to the local economy. Farms involved in this sector often secure contracts to host events, offer guided services, and sell seasonal hunting packages. Every day, farmers in Nebraska begin their work by inspecting the enclosures to ensure that there are no gaps or signs of threats from predators. Pheasants are raised in a semi-natural environment that combines enclosures with grassland areas, providing optimal conditions for their instinctive growth. The flock is fed twice daily with a special diet consisting of grains, seeds, and vegetables. Each adult pheasant consumes around 0.2 pounds of food per day, equivalent to 5% of its body weight. With 500 pheasants on a single farm, monthly feeding costs can amount to around $3,000. The pheasant farming industry not only generates $5 million in annual revenue from the pheasant meat, but also boosts the sport hunting sector, bringing the total industry value to around $15 million. Next, we explore indoor fish farming, a major technological leap in agriculture in Nebraska. Nebraska is one of the leading states in indoor fish farming, with 309 operational farms. These farms primarily raise tilapia and trout, meeting local demand and exporting to neighboring states such as Iowa and Minnesota. Each day, advanced water recirculation systems are operated to maintain stable temperature, oxygen, and pH levels. These are crucial for the healthy growth of fish. Feeding is managed by automated systems, with each tilapia consuming an average of 0.8 pounds of food per day. When the fish reach an average weight of 2.5 pounds each, farmers harvest them using specialized nets and transport them to processing facilities within a few hours to ensure freshness. The industry produces approximately 27 million pounds of fish annually, generating $20.6 million in revenue. A standout feature of indoor fish farms to save over 40% of water when compared to traditional methods. This contributes to the conservation of precious water resources. However, a significant challenge lies in managing the organic waste produced by the fish. Leaving behind the indoor fish farms, we now head to the heart of Nebraska's agriculture, a large-scale beef cattle ranch. Nebraska is home to over 6.1 million cattle, ranking second in the US, just behind Texas. Notably, beef cattle ranches here often span thousands of acres, providing ample space for the herds to roam and grow naturally. Every day, ranchers ride horseback to check on the health of the cattle and guide them to fresh pastures to ensure that they always have access to green grass. During the winter months, the cattle are fed hay and silage, with each consuming around 25 pounds daily. When the cattle reach the standard weight of around 1,200 pounds, they are transported to large processing facilities. The process is carried out meticulously using cutting-edge technology, contributing to the global reputation of American beef. The beef cattle industry in Nebraska not only generates $8.3 billion in revenue, but also serves as the primary beef supplier for the entire Midwest region of the US. After exploring the vast green pastures with thousands of beef cattle, now let's dive into a modern and automated aspect of agriculture: broiler chicken farming in Nebraska. Automation technology is revolutionizing the broiler chicken industry in the state. Nebraska produces over 912 million pounds of broiler chickens annually. These farms utilize automated systems for controlling temperature, lighting, and feeding. Each day, workers inspect the systems to ensure that there are no malfunctions. Automated feeders distribute food twice daily, ensuring uniform growth across the flock. When the chickens reach an average weight of 6 pounds each, an automated conveyor system gathers them and transports them to processing areas. This process minimizes stress for the chickens while improving production efficiency. A standout feature of Nebraska's chicken farms is their adoption of recycling practices. Chicken manure is now being converted into organic fertilizers, an environmentally friendly solution that reduces waste and supports sustainability. Growing and harvesting silage corn is a highly renowned agricultural practice in the US, and Nebraska is an indispensable part of the silage feed industry. Nebraska dedicates over 1 million acres of farmland to silage corn, a critical feed source for beef and dairy cattle. The vast cornfields of Nebraska stretch endlessly to the horizon, creating a majestic and picturesque landscape. Farmers begin planting seeds in late April when the weather warms up and the soil reaches optimal moisture levels. Modern planting machines are used to ensure uniform spacing and depth, providing the best conditions for the corn to thrive. Silage corn is harvested at the milk stage, typically from late August to early September. Specialized forage harvesters cut the entire plant and chop it into small pieces to enhance fermentation. The chopped corn is then compacted in large silos, where it undergoes anaerobic fermentation for 4 to 6 weeks. This process preserves the corn's nutritional value, producing high-quality feed for cattle, over the winter months. Each acre of silage corn yields an average of 44,000 pounds, valued at around $70. The total annual revenue from this industry is estimated at over $2.1 billion. This is not only a vital source of income, but also a symbol of the deep connection between farming and ranching in Nebraska. From the refined art of pheasant farming and the advanced fish farms to large-scale beef and broiler chicken operations, Nebraska has solidified its place on the agricultural map of the US. But what truly makes Nebraska special is its people. The farmers, ranchers, and workers tirelessly dedicate themselves to ensuring every product meets the highest standards, not just for America, but for the world. Remember, every time you savor a tender piece of beef, a roasted pheasant, or a delicious chicken dish, it could very well be the result of the hard work and commitment of Nebraska's farmers. Hello my friends, are you ready to dive into the wonderful world of agriculture? Today's video will showcase the most impressive harvest moments in farming. Each year, billions of apples are harvested in the United States through various methods. Here's a glimpse of apple harvesting in Washington. Proper apple harvesting and processing accounts for around half of the crop's production costs. That's why apple growers are increasingly turning to mechanical harvesting methods. Machines can also help reduce the risk of fruit decay while lowering the chances of soil-borne contaminants making their way into the final product. Pumpkins hold an important place in the daily cuisine of Italians. This vibrant fruit is harvested from late October, and the northern Italian province of Mantua is one of the main production areas. What's unique in Italy is the harvesting of pumpkin seeds. Often mistaken for waste, pumpkin seeds are actually used for direct consumption or as an ingredient in cooking. Before the harvest, pumpkins across the field are arranged in straight lines to facilitate easier collection. Italian farmers use machinery to maximize yield and minimize the time the pumpkins remain on the ground after ripening. The machine rolls over the field, gathering the pumpkins onto its body. Then the pumpkins are crushed to extract the seeds, with the remaining pulp being returned to the field. From September to mid-November in North America, cranberries reach their peak in colour and flavour. This is when farmers in New Jersey harvest millions of pounds of cranberries. Harvesting machines sweep across the bogs, creating a beautiful scene like waves of red silk. Cranberries are one of the few fruits native to North America. Farmers have increased yields by cultivating them in these unique bogs. Plastic cranes are used to suction the cranberries onto the machine, after which the berries are lifted onto conveyor belts for cleaning. Finally, the freshly harvested cranberries are loaded into trucks and transported to processing plants. At night, the sight of combine harvesters working across the fields creates a stunning spectacle. This is a sign of the busy harvest season in Indiana, where farmers extend their hours by harvesting at night. If they harvest late, farmers could lose 1 or 2% of their wheat yield each day. At 9 p.m, the combines are still moving across the field, gathering wheat before the rain arrives. Nighttime temperatures can also help prevent machines from overheating, while reducing stress on both the soil and the crops. Lighting systems provide operators with clear visibility for nighttime activities. This includes unloading, transporting, and safely reversing the vehicles. Each year, California produces 80% of the world's almonds and 100% of the commercial supply in the United States. Farmers use machinery to accelerate the harvesting process. Mechanical shakers are attached to the tree trunks, vigorously shaking them so that ripe almonds fall to the ground. The almonds are left in the orchard for around 10 days to dry completely. Afterwards, sweepers line them up in rows, and a vacuum machine completes the harvesting process. Spain is Europe's leading citrus producer. In 2024, Spain's citrus production reached around 11.9 billion pounds. Spanish farmers employ advanced agricultural techniques. A key tool is a machine equipped with rubber rods that gently shake the branches, significantly boosting harvest efficiency. As the machine operates, the rubber rods move and vibrate the branches, causing the oranges to fall. The soft rubber helps protect the orange skins. Farmers adjust to the machinery according to the ripeness of the fruit, ensuring that no damage comes to the trees. From July to September, tomato harvesters in Texas operate from early morning until late evening. During peak season, farmers need to speed up to maintain the supply chain. With massive blades, the harvesters pull entire tomato plants into the machine. A continuous shaking mechanism separates the tomatoes from the vines, throwing the plants back into the field while the tomatoes are moved onto a conveyor belt. These machines also have a color coding detection technology that removes unripe tomatoes, making sorting much faster. Around September, in Russia's sugar beet fields, farmers begin their harvest. The machines start by cutting off the beet tops. Then a separate tractor lifts the beets from the ground and collects them. The beets undergo an initial cleaning to remove impurities, and then they're loaded onto a nearby truck. To ensure maximum sugar content, farmers focus on harvesting at the optimal time. They use specialized harvesting equipment to maintain quality. During peak season, sugar beet harvesters may operate 24 hours a day. In Russia, sunflower fields are entering harvest season. According to 2023 statistics, Russia and Ukraine contribute around 55% of the world's total sunflower production. The ideal time to harvest sunflowers is when the petals start to dry and fall to the ground. Mechanized harvesting has also become the primary method for large-scale sunflower farming in Russia. As the combine moves, the machine stalk lifters gather the sunflower heads, cutting them from the stalks and directing them into the threshing chamber. The sunflower seeds drop into a storage bin, while the rest of the plant, including stems and leaves, is chopped and left in the field. Spanish farmers use various interesting methods to harvest olives. They use a machine that shakes the tree trunks, and sometimes they also use poles to ensure all ripe olives fall. The automatic harvester moves along the rows of olive trees, applying force with rubber rods to them. As the olives fall, a conveyor belt is ready to collect and transport them. These machines are designed for independent and continuous unloading, ensuring minimal damage. Sensors installed at the machines provide precise information throughout the harvesting process. In California, farmers have developed greenhouse strawberry cultivation and use robots for strawberry harvesting. The use of robots can replace a large amount of labour and opens new growth potential for agriculture. The robots can predict the ideal time to pick a ripe strawberry. An articulated robotic arm maneuvers its sensor array between the leaves, while vision software scans sensor data to locate the ripe strawberries. A robot can identify and categorize strawberries into 5 different ripeness levels based on color. Each time it finds a ripe strawberry, a silicone robotic hand gently grasps it, twists it off the stem, and places it into a container. Next, let's look at the bell pepper harvest in midsummer in the Coachella Valley. After picking, bell peppers are taken directly from the fields to the packing station, where packers work to box the peppers. Farmers typically pick bell peppers early in the morning when they've retained enough moisture. The harvested peppers are stored in a cool place, and containers aren't overfilled to prevent bruising. Additionally, farmers need to sort out the peppers by size and colour, removing any damaged ones to ensure a high quality harvest. Summer is the season when harvesting machines appear across strawberry fields. Each year, farmers in Washington harvest around 70 million pounds on 9,700 acres. The harvester is equipped with 2 sets of plastic prongs on either side. These prongs are meticulously designed to vibrate gently, causing ripe raspberries to detach from the canes while unripe berries remain attached, waiting for the next harvest. In its final stage, the farmers remove any remaining leaves or unripe berries, ensuring only the finest raspberries continue their journey. In the vast celery fields of California, one of the largest celery growing regions in the US. The synchronized efforts between farmers and modern machinery have made the celery harvest much easier. Harvesting begins early in the morning as farmers carefully cut each lush green celery bunch at its base. The cut celery bunches are quickly placed onto large harvest machines, moving slowly through each row. Conveyor belts transport the celery to inspection stations where workers check for quality, remove any stalks with signs of damage, or anything that doesn't meet standards. Finally, the celery is placed in large bins, ready for the packaging process. Let's take a look at the grape harvest season in Venice, Italy, where farmers work hard to pick all the grapes before they spoil. Hand harvesting is a labour-intensive technique. Skilled workers visually assess each grape cluster, ensuring only the best grapes are selected. This process adds a distinctive touch to Valpolicella's winemaking tradition. Grape picking starts after midnight, during the coldest hours. This helps retain the grapes' natural acidity, enhancing their flavour. Farmers also prefer nighttime harvesting due to the cooler weather, and they receive higher pay for night shifts. In the vast artichoke fields of Castroville, Texas, groups of farmers work energetically, creating a lively scene of the harvest season. Each farmer is equipped with a hand-cutting tool. After picking, they skillfully toss each artichoke into a basket on their backs. This requires both skill and precision to avoid damaging the artichokes. When the baskets are full, the farmers move to a collection point in the field, where the artichokes are carefully arranged in preparation for packaging. Have you ever seen this before? This is a characteristic feature of commercial banana plantations in Asian countries. A cable system. Farmers use it to transport bananas from fields to the processing area. Each banana bunch can weigh between 65 and 110 pounds, so a harvest team needs at least 2 people to assist each other. As one farmer cuts the bunch, the other catches it to prevent bruising. Next, the farmers secure the bananas onto the cable. Using this transport system makes the harvest process easier for farmers and is truly impressive to watch.